Okay, I'll keep it really quick. Many very good comments. Alder DeMar, I think you really hit a lot of key points. And Alder Kemble, I mean, you raise a lot of very good questions, and I'm sure that you and others, we share a lot of the same concerns. We have a lot of, I mean, I think for the most part we're coming from the same place, and that makes me satisfied. I always got to kind of remind myself, and I think you guys do this, I'm sure as well, that you know, just because, for instance, we put a study forward or ask critical questions, we don't hate our police. But also, just if we're going to add 1 or 2 or 8 police officers, doesn't mean, that we see ourselves as contributing to, racial inequities in the city, or doing it just because we want to win re-election and stuff like that. So those are the extremes, and I try to remind myself that there are everyone in between in the city who we hear from or we don't hear from, but they're out there, and they fall somewhere else in the middle. But just a couple points real quick on the public health model. I want to just piggyback on Alder DeMar's point and take a step to the other side, actually. So she kind of alluded to, people who have reached out to her who, want the police officers and think, more police officers equals crime reduction. And she wants to kind of say, that's not necessarily the case, and hopefully you can support a public health model. I'd like to say to the people who don't want us to support the police, they're adding more police, I don't remember seeing anyone here advocating for that violence prevention model at the budget. We hear a lot of people come out and say, no more police, and talk about root causes and things, but I just kind of put that out there to be supportive of things like that this council has done. And we've taken firm stances that we want to change the paradigm and look at root causes and look at the bigger picture. So just want to throw that out there. And then, I think the thing is that there's elephants in the room from that OI report that are great questions that need to be that will demand many conversations and tough conversations and work going forward. And I look forward to that, and I think overall that will make, hopefully, our police department and our city a better place in the long run. But it's a long run, and I agree with Alder Clear that that's not going to be the next 6 months, or that's probably going to be a few years till we get to that point of solving some of those big questions about evaluating special programs and looking for getting outcomes and understanding how maybe staff can be reorganized. In the meantime, I think we have to remember that, or we have to just go on what we are hearing from officers, and I agree with Alder Clear. The officers I talk to, I have sort of the same feelings, and Alder DeMar, that the staff are overworked, and at this point, the way we're organized now, without the bigger questions answered, we need to take care of that gap. And so I hope we can support this.